Hey, 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 what's up, everybody? Again, I always have to fix this camera. It's never, it's never stable. No matter how hard I try, it's never. Now we're actually going to start the video. So this is going to be a really short video, more or less kind of an update thing as to what the Braves have been going through over the past week or so. I moved back into my dorm on next week, so I'll be back to making a regular style of video that I have throughout the summer. Um, but just wanted to put this out there. It'll be a short and sweet one, mostly just a rant video. The Braves are currently on a 6-game losing streak um, to the Miami Marlins, the Milwaukee Brewers, good team, and now the Colorado Rockies, bad team. Two of the worst teams in the MLB. This team has not been able to beat. The most recent loss coming in a 6-5 affair in Colorado. Um, I don't know what to say anymore, man. This is just a bad baseball team. The offense is obviously it's never gonna. Apparently, it's done for this year. The offense is never gonna show up. It's been given chance after chance after chance, but it just cannot break through. Pitching is now beginning to regress, as we all expected after the All Star break. So, I mean, where does that leave you? Certainly not starting Grant Holmes every fifth day when you're out of a playoff spot, I'll tell you that. I don't understand the management of this roster right now. Chris Sale has made 3 starts since the All Star break. I understand you want to get him rest to get him to October. You're not in October anymore. Ronaldo Lopez, they played the same exact game they did with Austin Riley, where they were like, oh no, he's fine. We'll bring him back. We're not going to put him on the IL. We're just going to waste a roster spot for about 5 days. And then, bam, he hits the IL, and now he won't be back until next week, I believe. So that's two of your starters who have been completely mismanaged, at least for the past 2 weeks. Max Free was brought back just because. Let him get a rehab start. Like, he did not look good versus Miami. Hopefully, he looks good versus the Rockies tonight, but it's in Coors, so I hope it just doesn't tarnish anything that he's building. The Schwellenbach stuff, I understand this is like the first full season he's had, especially since returning from TJ, and he's pitching at the major league level. I understand trying to limit his innings. But they've also gone back on their word because they said he wasn't going to pitch in Colorado, and poof, he's going to pitch Sunday. The management of this roster right now is not good. And I do mean that. It's not good. The outfield is still terrible. They needed more than one outfielder. They cut Eddie Rosario, deservedly so, but now you have Ramon Laureano, Jared Kelnick, and Adam Duvall still running around out there, all three of which, like I've covered before, are having a terrible bad year. The best of the bunch is Ramon Laureano, and that's only because he has a small sample size and he is not even hitting at a 100 WRC plus level. The next highest is Jared Kelnick. And Jared has been good. I mean, he's a streaky hitter. We know this about Jared Kelnick by this point. But he still needs to be in a platoon. He still needs to be a platoon player. And the other side of that platoon has been terrible. God awful. Adam Duvall, I love him. He's a great person and a great guy to have in the clubhouse. And he'll forever be better at baseball than I could ever dream of being. But he is not good. He's very, very bad. And I've seen a lot of people call for the cutting of Adam Duvall. But there's no one left. There's legitimately no one left. Who are the Braves going to get? This is the roster as is. Sure, you can pick up somebody on waivers. Sure, you can do all that. But the trade deadline's gone, and you traded for one outfielder who doesn't even play the outfield because Brian Snicker wants to get his legs under him. I genuinely, I would have been fine with any other type of outfielder as long as they were having a decent, okay year. I would have been fine with you trading for Kevin Pillar again. The dude is begging, was begging to get out of Anaheim. He's retiring after this year. You're familiar with him. This lines up all the spots. What were you thinking, Alex? This trade deadline might be the worst of Alex Anthopoulos' tenure. The only one that comes close is the 2020 trade deadline, and I'm not necessarily going to count that because it was very weird, and we got Braves legend Tommy Malone in that. Instead of yelling, instead of being negative and pessimistic, let's try to be optimistic here because we still have at least 50 or so games to go. Looking at the lineup, when Michael Harris gets back, I believe next week, it certainly elongates your lineup. Jorge in the top spot. Austin Riley has been incredible. Marcelo Zuna's chugging along. Matt Olson's still been okay. And then you have Orlando Arcia, who does not need to be anywhere near that fifth spot. I don't care if he had a magical week. Put him back down where he belongs. Then you have Travis d'Arnaud and or Sean Murphy, which I will get to that in a second. Then you have 7, 8, and 9. Jared Kelnick's mixed up in there, so is Ramon Laureano at the moment. So one of those guys is getting the boot, and it's going to be Ramon Laureano. He's going to go back to his spot on the bench where he should be. He's a fine utility outfielder. Michael Harris is going to slide in maybe into that 7 hole. And then you have Jared Kelnick and Adam Duvall back in a platoon where they always needed to be. And then you have the number 9 spot, which is Whit Merrifield. The lineup still looks bad, but at least it looks better. I said I wasn't going to rant anymore, but I do need to bring this up. Why is Sean Murphy being treated like a backup catcher? You traded for and extended this guy after giving up a cheap, young, exciting, and great catcher in William Contreras. And you're treating him like a backup catcher to, respectfully, Travis d'Arnaud. What? I love Travis d'Arnaud. I really do. But the role that he was assigned at the beginning of the year was backup catcher to Sean Murphy. Now, this can be for many things. Maybe the oblique is not 100%, and Sean just needed to come back at the time. Or maybe it's just a really bad down year for Sean. He's just not seeing the ball well, and Brian Snitker knows that. He will forever have more knowledge about the player side of the game than I will. But at the same time, how can you expect a guy to get into a hitting rhythm when you play him on the third day of a series on getaway day, and you're giving Travis d'Arnaud the lion's share of starts? Travis d'Arnaud, by the way, has been phenomenal this year. He has been such a steady ship since April. Genuinely one of the better catchers in baseball this year. God, it takes so much energy to be pessimistic. But with this team, it's taking a lot of energy to be optimistic. On the current road trip, they still have Denver for 2 games. I called them Denver like that's their team name. The Rockies for 2 games. Then you travel to San Francisco for 4, which I'm not looking forward to that series. I have a feeling that the Giants are going to beat the pulp out of the Braves. And then you go face the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, the troutless Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, but they still have Kevin Pillar, Luis Rengifo, Zach Neto, Tyler Anderson, and Taylor Ward, who you should have traded for. Oh boy, I don't know what to do with this team, man. I really don't know what to do with this team. The Braves are out of a postseason spot for the first time since June 10th, 2022. That's a long time in the world of baseball. It's just not good baseball. It's not enjoyable baseball. Right. Alrighty, well, that's going to do it for this video. You guys made it to the end. I hope this was very cathartic. I know it was for me. Thank you for watching. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. TikTok is the main happenings for me. That's doing pretty good, so go check it out over there. I don't think I have anything else. Like I said, I'll be trying to get back to a regular video schedule. Hopefully maybe once a week or something of that nature when I move back into college. But until then, thank you guys for watching again. Hope to see you next time. And as always, have a good one.